Ladies and gentlemen, today I invite you to embark on a journey of self-mastery and unwavering strength. You are about to discover the timeless secrets to protecting your heart, mind, and spirit from the pain that others and circumstances often inflict. Listen closely, for these truths will empower you to live fearlessly, unshakable, and whole. You must understand that the true source of your strength resides deep within you. No person or circumstance has the power to cause you lasting harm unless you permit it. The mind is the gatekeeper of your experience. It decides what thoughts and feelings you accept into your inner world. When you take full ownership of this power, you create an unbreakable barrier against pain. This is the foundation of emotional freedom, the moment you realize that the pain inflicted by others only controls you if you invite it inside. Emotions are not the enemy. They are the language your mind uses to process the world around you. However, pain and suffering arise when emotions go unchecked and uncontrolled. You must train yourself to respond to life's challenges with calmness and clarity instead of reactive hurt. Emotional mastery is a skill that can be developed with practice, and it serves as a shield that protects your spirit. When you refuse to allow emotional turmoil to dictate your actions, you regain command over your life and walk with unshakable confidence. Your belief in yourself must become unwavering. Faith in your own worth and purpose is a fortress that external negativity cannot penetrate. When your self-belief is firm and absolute, insults, setbacks, and disappointments will bounce off you harmlessly. This faith is not a wishful hope, but a deep knowing that no matter what happens, your inner core remains intact and powerful. Cultivating this belief is the key to rising above the petty wounds others may try to inflict. Another crucial step is learning to detach from the negativity that surrounds you. Hurtful words and actions are often reflections of other people's limitations and struggles. They are not a reflection of your true value. By observing such negativity without absorbing it, you build emotional immunity. This detachment does not mean indifference, but rather a conscious decision to protect your peace and focus your energy where it truly matters, on your growth and happiness. Your goals and dreams are your guiding light. Pain tries to distract you, to slow you down, but when your eyes remain fixed on your purpose, you develop resilience beyond measure. The pursuit of meaningful goals shifts your attention away from transient hurts and towards lasting fulfillment. Along this path, forgiveness becomes essential. Holding on to grudges binds you to the very pain you seek to escape. Forgiving others is a gift you give yourself, unlocking the chains of bitterness and opening the door to peace and renewed strength. You must take responsibility for your own healing. No one else can fix your wounds or protect your heart except you. By nurturing a strong, positive self-image and surrounding yourself with those who uplift you, you create an environment where pain cannot thrive. Guard your mind vigilantly, feeding it with empowering thoughts and visions of success. Step into your role as the architect of your emotional destiny and declare with conviction that no one and nothing will ever hurt you again. This is the moment you reclaim your invincibility. Emotions are a natural and essential part of being human. They arise as responses to the events and experiences we encounter every day. However, it is critical to understand that emotions themselves are not the events. They are simply reactions, interpretations that our mind assigns to what happens around us. This distinction is powerful because it means that while you may not control every situation or action of others, you always have control over how you respond emotionally. Learning to master your emotions is the key to breaking free from pain and hurt that others may try to inflict. When you allow your emotions to be driven by every external circumstance, you give away your power. Reactive pain, anger, fear, or sadness can overwhelm your mind and cloud your judgment. But when you train yourself to respond with calm and clarity, you create a strong internal shield that protects you from unnecessary suffering. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending to be unaffected. Instead, it means recognizing the feeling, understanding its cause, and then choosing how to respond in a way that serves your highest good. Emotional mastery begins with awareness. Pay close attention to your thoughts and feelings as they arise, without immediately reacting to them. When a hurtful word or event triggers you, pause and observe your internal state. Ask yourself if your response is helping you or holding you back. This moment of mindfulness gives you the opportunity to shift your perspective, to choose calm over chaos and strength over vulnerability. In doing so, you gradually build a habit of responding with deliberate control rather than automatic pain. The mind is like a muscle, and emotional control is a skill that grows stronger with practice. Just as athletes train their bodies, you must exercise your mind daily through positive affirmations, reflection, and mental discipline. Surround yourself with thoughts and influences that uplift and empower you. When your mental landscape is clear and positive, emotional storms lose their grip. This foundation of mental strength acts as a buffer, allowing you to face challenges without being emotionally derailed. Remember that mastering emotions is not about becoming cold or detached. It is about becoming deeply resilient. Resilience means feeling the full range of your emotions without being consumed by them. It means having the inner space to process pain and disappointment, but not allowing those feelings to dictate your actions or your self-worth. This resilience builds confidence and peace, making you impervious to the negativity and hurt that once affected you deeply. Emotional mastery is the greatest shield you can carry through life. It protects you from the unpredictable blows of others and the ups and downs of circumstance. When you hold this power, you no longer fear hurt or rejection because you know you control your inner world. You become the calm in the storm, the steady force that no hardship can shake. This is how you stop getting hurt and begin living from a place of true strength and freedom. Faith is the invisible force that fuels your spirit and shapes your reality. It is more than just wishful thinking or hopeful desire. It is a deep, unwavering conviction in your own worth and your greater purpose. When you cultivate this kind of faith, you create a foundation so solid that no external circumstance or opinion can shake it. This belief acts like an anchor in the stormy seas of life, holding you steady when challenges arise and negativity threatens to pull you under. To build unshakable faith, you must first look inward and recognize the unique value you possess. Every person has a purpose, a reason for being here, and understanding that truth lights a fire within the soul. This purpose is your compass, guiding your actions and decisions even when the path seems unclear. When you anchor yourself in this knowledge, doubts and fears lose their power because you know your life has meaning and direction beyond any temporary setback. Faith grows stronger through repetition and practice. Just as you would train your body to become stronger, you must train your mind and heart to believe in your own potential daily. Speak words of affirmation to yourself. Visualize your success and your dreams fulfilled. Surround yourself with reminders of your purpose and the possibilities before you. These small acts are like watering seeds that grow into a towering tree of faith, providing shade and protection from negativity. When your faith is truly unshakable, the harsh words of critics and the difficulties life throws at you no longer penetrate your spirit. Like water sliding off a smooth stone, negativity glides away without leaving a mark. This does not mean you become blind to reality or ignore problems. Rather, you hold an inner strength that allows you to face adversity with calm and confidence. You become resilient, able to bounce back quickly because you trust that every challenge is temporary and ultimately a step toward your growth. Another key to sustaining unshakable faith is surrounding yourself with those who support and uplift you. The company you keep can either reinforce your belief in yourself or chip away at it. Seek relationships and environments that nurture your spirit and encourage your dreams. In doing so, your faith is reinforced by positive energy and shared conviction, making it easier to remain steady when negativity inevitably appears. Unshakable faith transforms your entire life experience. It allows you to move forward boldly, knowing that no external force can diminish your worth or divert you from your path. This faith is your fortress, your inner power that makes you invincible to hurt and doubt. When you build and nurture it, you stand tall and strong, ready to embrace every opportunity and overcome every obstacle with unwavering confidence. Negativity is a force that can quietly invade your mind and spirit if you allow it. Often the hurt and pain we experience come not from the actual words or actions of others, but from the meaning we assign to them. It is crucial to understand that negative comments, criticisms, or behaviors reflect the other person's own struggles, fears, and limitations. They do not define who you are. By recognizing this, you begin to detach yourself from the harmful effects of negativity and protect your emotional well-being. Detachment does not mean ignoring or denying what happens around you. Instead, it means observing those negative experiences with a clear mind, without taking them personally or allowing them to penetrate your inner peace. Imagine standing outside a storm, watching the rain and thunder, but feeling no wetness or chill because you are sheltered and calm. This mental separation allows you to maintain control over your emotions and prevents the negativity from triggering pain or anger inside you. One of the most powerful ways to build this emotional immunity is through awareness. When you catch yourself reacting to hurtful words or actions, pause and remind yourself that this negativity belongs to someone else. It is their burden, not yours. You do not need to absorb or carry their pain. This simple shift in perspective creates space in your mind to choose a different, healthier response, freeing you from the chains of emotional suffering that often follow negative encounters. Detaching from negativity also requires that you protect your energy by setting setting boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts and feelings, especially if their presence brings toxicity or harm. Learn to limit your exposure to negative influences, whether through conversations, environments, or social media. By consciously choosing who and what you allow into your mental space, you guard your peace and keep your mind focused on positivity and growth. This practice of detachment is not about becoming cold or indifferent. It is about becoming emotionally strong and discerning. You still feel empathy and compassion, but you no longer allow negative emotions from others to dictate your mood or self-worth. You become the master of your emotional world, able to engage with life's challenges without being overwhelmed or diminished by them. When you develop the ability to detach from negativity, you create a powerful armor that shields you from pain and suffering. Your emotional immunity grows stronger each day, enabling you to move through life with greater peace, confidence, and joy. You stop getting hurt by what others say or do because you no longer give their negativity the power to affect you. This freedom is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. When life brings pain, disappointment, or setbacks, it is easy to become distracted and lose sight of what truly matters. Pain has a way of pulling our attention away from the bigger picture and trapping us in moments of suffering. But those who succeed understand that pain is temporary, and the key to overcoming it lies in where they place their focus. By directing your energy and attention toward your goals, you create a force so strong that momentary hurts cannot derail you. Your dreams become a beacon, guiding you forward even when the path feels difficult. Fixing your focus on your goals requires clarity. You must know exactly what you want to achieve and why it matters deeply to you. When your purpose is vivid and compelling, it becomes easier to brush aside distractions and pain. The stronger your vision, the more motivated you become to push through obstacles. Goals are not just targets on a distant horizon, they are the fuel that powers your determination and resilience every day. This clarity transforms setbacks from dead ends into stepping stones. As you commit to your goals, pain loses its grip because your mind is busy creating solutions and strategies rather than dwelling on problems. The act of focusing sharpens your mental faculties and awakens creativity. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by hurt, you engage your energy in problem solving and progress. This shift in mindset turns adversity into opportunity. Each challenge becomes a lesson, each difficulty a chance to grow stronger and wiser. When your goals are clear, pain becomes fuel, not a barrier. Consistency is the secret ingredient to maintaining focus. Every day, small steps toward your goals accumulate into significant progress. When you commit to daily action, pain has less room to take root because your mind is occupied with growth and forward momentum. This steady effort builds momentum and confidence. Even when pain tries to pull you back, your habits of action keep you moving ahead. The longer you maintain your focus, the more natural it becomes to rise above temporary discomfort. Surrounding yourself with reminders of your goals also helps to maintain your focus during difficult times. Visual cues, written affirmations, or trusted mentors who believe in your vision serve as anchors to keep your mind steady. These supports remind you of your purpose and reinforce your determination when you feel tempted to give in to pain or discouragement. Your environment plays a vital role in helping you stay connected to what matters most. When you focus unwaveringly on your goals, you transform your pain into power. The hurts of the past lose their ability to weaken you because your eyes are fixed firmly on a future you are creating. This focus turns you into a person who cannot be easily shaken by life's challenges. It gives you the strength to keep moving forward with purpose and determination, proving that nothing and no one can truly hurt you when your spirit is aligned with your deepest aspirations. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful acts you can perform for yourself. Holding on to anger, resentment, or grudges keeps you tethered to the very pain you want to escape. It is like carrying a heavy burden that weighs down your spirit and clouds your mind. When you forgive, you do not erase what happened or excuse the hurtful actions of others, but you free yourself from the emotional chains that bind you to the past. Forgiveness is not for them. It is a gift you give to your own peace of mind. Many people mistakenly believe that forgiveness means forgetting or allowing the offender to continue harming them. In truth, forgiveness is a conscious decision to release the hold that painful memories have on your heart. It is an act of strength and courage because it requires you to confront your pain and choose healing over bitterness. When you forgive, you reclaim your power and refuse to let past wounds define your present or future. This choice opens the door to a lighter, freer way of living. The process of forgiveness is often gradual and may require patience. It is natural to feel anger or sadness when recalling painful experiences, but forgiveness invites you to look beyond those feelings toward healing. Start by acknowledging your pain without judgment. Then gently shift your focus to compassion, not necessarily for the person who hurt you, but for yourself. Compassion allows you to honor your own suffering while beginning to let go of its grip. Over time, this compassionate perspective softens the heart and allows forgiveness to grow. Forgiveness also frees you from the toxic energy that resentment breeds. Holding on to grudges can poison your thoughts, impact your physical health, and affect your relationships. By forgiving, you clear space in your life for positive energy, joy, and growth. It is like opening windows in a stuffy room. The fresh air revitalizes your entire being. This renewal not only benefits your inner world, but also improves how you relate to others and face new challenges. Sometimes forgiveness means setting boundaries to protect yourself from future harm. Forgiving does not require you to remain close to those who have hurt you, or to allow them back into your life in the same way. You can forgive while still choosing to distance yourself or change the nature of your relationship. True forgiveness is about releasing emotional pain, not necessarily restoring trust. This distinction empowers you to protect your well-being while embracing peace. Ultimately, cultivating forgiveness is a journey toward freedom. It is the key that unlocks the prison of past hurts and opens the door to peace, happiness, and emotional resilience. When you forgive, you declare that no person or event will hold power over your spirit any longer. You reclaim your life from pain and step forward with a heart lighter, stronger, and ready to embrace the fullness of living without fear of being hurt again. What you believe about yourself has an extraordinary power to shape your reality. The way you see yourself influences your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately the experiences you attract into your life. If your self-image is weak, filled with doubt and insecurity, then hurt and disappointment find easy entry points. But when you build a self-image rooted in strength and resilience, you create a foundation so solid that pain loses its grip. Your mind begins to filter out negativity, focusing instead on your inherent worth and ability. Developing a strong self-image starts with awareness. You must pay attention to the stories you tell yourself every day, whether they empower you or tear you down. Negative self-talk is like a virus that infects your confidence and weakens your emotional defenses. Recognize these harmful patterns and replace them with affirmations that celebrate your strengths and potential. When you consciously choose to think well of yourself, you gradually reshape your identity into one of invincibility. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you cultivate through consistent practice and experience. Each small victory, every challenge overcome, adds to your reservoir of inner strength. As you accumulate these moments, your belief in your own resilience grows. This growing confidence acts like armor, making it difficult for external forces to shake you. Even when faced with criticism or failure, your strong self-image keeps you steady and moving forward. It is also important to surround yourself with influences that reinforce your positive self-image. The company you keep, the media you consume, and the environments you inhabit all contribute to how you view yourself. Seek out people who believe in your potential and encourage your growth. Limit exposure to negativity and toxic influences that can chip away at your confidence. Creating a supportive environment accelerates your transformation and helps your self-image flourish. Building a strong self-image requires ongoing effort, but the rewards are profound. When you see yourself as capable and worthy, you naturally attract opportunities and relationships that reflect that belief. Hurt and rejection lose their power because you know your value is not defined by others' opinions. This self-assuredness empowers you to take risks, to dream bigger, and to bounce back quickly from setbacks without losing your sense of self. Ultimately, a fortified self-image is the cornerstone of emotional freedom. It is the lens through which you view the world and your place in it. When you hold a vision of yourself as strong, resilient, and invincible, you create a reality where hurt has no residence. This self-belief transforms your life, enabling you to stand tall in the face of adversity and live boldly without fear of being wounded again. The mind is the foundation of your entire experience in life. Every thought you entertain influences your emotions, your decisions, and ultimately your reality. If your mind is invaded by negativity, doubt, or fear, these harmful ideas take root and grow, shaping your world in destructive ways. But when you choose to protect your mind carefully, treating it as a sacred fortress, you create a powerful defense against hurt and suffering. Guarding your mind means being intentional about what you allow in and refuse to accept. Toxic influences come in many forms: negative people, harmful media, discouraging self-talk, and limiting beliefs that whisper lies about your worth and potential. These forces chip away at your peace and resilience if left unchecked. Just as a fortress has walls, gates, and guards, you must erect mental boundaries to keep these destructive elements out. This means being selective about your environment and what you consume, choosing only those inputs that uplift, inspire, and empower you. Your mind is a garden. If you allow weeds to grow unchecked, they will choke out the flowers. Feeding your mind uplifting ideas requires consistent effort and discipline. Begin by replacing negative thoughts with affirmations of strength, courage, and possibility. Surround yourself with books, music, conversations, and images that nourish your spirit and reinforce your value. Regularly remind yourself of your goals, your victories, and your purpose. This mental diet fuels your inner fortress and makes it stronger over time. The more you feed your mind with positivity, the more naturally resilient and joyful you become. Guarding your mind also involves practicing awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts and catch yourself when negativity begins to creep in. Train yourself to challenge and reframe these harmful thoughts before they grow. This act of mental vigilance is like patrolling the walls of your fortress, preventing breaches before they happen. The more skilled you become at recognizing and correcting destructive thinking, the more stable and peaceful your inner world will be. A strong mind fortress does not mean you avoid reality or pretend that challenges don't exist. Rather, it means you face difficulties with clarity and strength, because your mind is prepared and protected. When external problems arise, your mental defenses help you respond calmly and thoughtfully, instead of reacting in fear or despair. This mental strength allows you to maintain your balance and keep moving forward even through tough times. Guarding your mind like a fortress is an act of self-love and empowerment. It is the commitment to protect your emotional and mental well-being, no matter what life throws your way. When you build and maintain this inner fortress, hurt loses its power over you. You become resilient, focused, and free to live your life fully, knowing that your mind is your greatest stronghold against any harm. Surrounding yourself with the right people is one of the most important decisions you can make for your emotional well-being. The people you choose to spend time with have a profound effect on how you feel about yourself and how you view the world. When you surround yourself with positive, uplifting individuals, you create an environment that encourages growth, confidence, and resilience. On the other hand, negative or toxic associations can drain your energy, undermine your self-worth, and make you more vulnerable to emotional pain. Your environment is like fertile soil that either nurtures your dreams or stifles your potential. When you choose to be around people who inspire you and believe in your capabilities, their positive energy rubs off on you. They help you see your strengths clearly and remind you of your worth when self-doubt creeps in. These supportive individuals challenge you to be your best self and provide encouragement during difficult times. Their presence becomes a source of motivation and comfort, making it easier to stay focused on your goals and maintain emotional strength. Conversely, spending time with those who criticize, belittle, or bring negativity into your life can have the opposite effect. Toxic relationships act like emotional poison, slowly eroding your confidence and happiness. They can fill your mind with doubt and fear, making it difficult to believe in your own value. Over time, such associations can create patterns of hurt and disappointment that feel impossible to break. Recognizing when a relationship harms rather than helps is the first step toward protecting yourself and reclaiming your emotional power. Choosing your associations wisely also means being selective about the environments you frequent. This includes not only the people around you, but also the places you spend time and the media you consume. Creating a space filled with positivity, whether in your home, workplace, or social circles, helps build a foundation of emotional safety. When your surroundings reflect the values and goals you hold dear, you are less likely to be swayed by negativity and more able to maintain your peace of mind. It is important to understand that this process requires courage and self-respect. Letting go of relationships that drain you can be challenging, especially if there is history or obligation involved. However, choosing your associations wisely is an act of self-care and empowerment. It sends a clear message to yourself and others that you value your well-being and are committed to living a life free from unnecessary hurt. This boundary protects your emotional health and allows you to flourish. Healing is a deeply personal journey, and the first step in that journey is accepting full responsibility for it. No matter what has happened to you, no matter who hurt you, or how unfair the situation may have been, it is you and only you who can decide to move forward. Blaming others may feel justified, but it keeps you tethered to the pain. True healing begins when you stop waiting for apologies, for recognition, or for someone else to fix the damage. You must stand up and declare that your emotional restoration is your responsibility alone. Taking responsibility for your healing does not mean denying that you were hurt. It means acknowledging your pain without being ruled by it. It means choosing to no longer be a victim of your circumstances. When you make this decision, you stop giving power to those who caused you harm. You reclaim your energy and begin using it to rebuild your strength, your peace, and your confidence. This shift in mindset is powerful. It marks the turning point from helplessness to empowerment, from suffering to freedom. Healing yourself requires deliberate action. It's not about waiting for time to dull the ache. It's about doing the inner work needed to transform the wound into wisdom. That may involve journaling, therapy, spiritual practices, or simply moments of deep reflection. The tools you use are your own to choose, but the effort must be yours. When you begin to pour attention and care into your own growth, you stop seeing yourself as broken and start seeing yourself as becoming. That becoming is a process of rediscovering your worth, your strength, and your ability to thrive. There will be moments when the old pain resurfaces, when triggers awaken memories, or doubts sneak in unexpectedly. This is natural. Healing is not linear, and it does not always feel graceful, but when you are committed to your own recovery, those moments no longer undo you. You meet them with compassion and confidence. You remind yourself of how far you've come and how much power you now hold. Each time you respond with love for yourself, you deepen your healing and weaken the grip of past wounds. Taking responsibility for your healing also means redefining your future. You are not obligated to repeat old stories, recreate familiar pain, or stay stuck in cycles that no longer serve you. With each choice you make in favor of your well-being, you rewrite the script of your life. You choose peace over chaos, growth over stagnation, and self-worth over validation from others. This is how you become the architect of your emotional destiny, not by controlling every outcome, but by mastering your response to them. Deciding to take full ownership of your healing is one of the most liberating and courageous acts you can perform. It is a declaration that you refuse to be hurt again by the same old wounds, that you are worthy of wholeness, and that you will do whatever it takes to find it. From that moment on, you stop waiting for someone else to make you whole. You become the source of your own strength, the guardian of your own peace, and the creator of a life where nobody and nothing can ever hurt you again.